Welcome back to iWash USA Certificate in Permit Work Part 2. Now let us discuss the purpose of permit work system. The primary purpose of a permit work system is to ensure the safety of personnel, facilities and the environment during hazardous work activities. Permit work system serves several key purposes. The first purpose is hazard control. We know that hazard means anything that has got the potential to cause harm in the workplace is known as hazard. In the workplace, we can find physical, chemical, biological, environmental, organizational, psychological, electrical, mechanical, ergonomics types of hazards. So the first purpose is hazard control. Permit work system help identifying potential hazards associated with the specific work, task and implement appropriate control measures to minimize risk to workers and the surrounding environment. The second purpose of permit work system is risk management. We know what is risk. Risk is a product of probability of occurrence and severity of outcome. We need to manage the risk to a tolerable level. So by conducting thorough risk assessment, we know what is risk assessment. Risk assessment is a systematic process of identifying hazards, evaluating risk and applying control measures against direct risk and residual risk. So the second purpose of permit work system is risk management. By conducting thorough risk assessments before authorizing work activities, permit work system help organization assess and manage the level of risk involved, ensuring that appropriate precautions are taken to prevent accident and incident. The third purpose of permit work system is compliance. See, we know that following a permit work system is a legal requirement. It is a regulatory requirement. So, permit work system ensures compliance with the legal and regulatory requirements by establishing standardized procedure for managing hazardous work activities and ensuring that all necessary safety precautions are in place before work begins. For example, if an organization is following a permit work system, what does it indicate? It indicates that they are fulfilling the legal and regulatory requirements. The fourth purpose of permit work system is communication. See, permit work system facilitate clear communication between workers, supervisors and safety professionals by documenting the details of permit work activities, including associated hazards, safety measures and control measures. We all know that before we carry out an activity, before we ask for a permit, we fill up a permit application form. In that we will mention the work activity, the nature of the work, even hazards associated with it, what safety measures we are taking, what are the control measures we are putting, everything is documented. So, and after documenting it, people involved in the activity will be asked to sign the document. When they sign, they can't escape from their responsibility. So what happened? Communication is happening by following this permit work system. So the fourth purpose of permit work system is communication. And the fifth purpose of permit work system is accountability. See, by requiring formal authorization before work can commence, permit work system establish accountability for ensuring that safety protocols are followed and that work is conducted in accordance with the established procedures. I told you, before we apply or while applying for permit work system, we do fill up a permit application form and the person authorizing the permit would definitely sign. That means they are accountable for the activity. People involved in the activity are accountable for the activity. No one can escape from their responsibility and accountability. So there are 5 major purposes behind permit work system. First one is hazard control, second one is risk management, third one is compliance to the legal and regulatory requirements, fourth one is communication, and fifth one is accountability. If we summarize, permit work system play a crucial role in promoting safety and preventing accidents in high risk work environment by providing a structured framework for managing hazardous work activities and ensuring that appropriate safety measures are in place at all times. Now let's understand the importance of permit work system in maintaining safety in hazardous work environments. We cannot overstate the importance of permit work system in maintaining safety in hazardous working environment. You know why we are maintaining permit work system? Because it is very crucial for ensuring safety. The first reason is hazard identification and risk assessment. PTW system requires a thorough assessment of potential hazards associated with the specific work activities. By identifying hazards and assessing associated risk before work begins, permit work system help organization implement appropriate control measures to mitigate risk and prevent accidents. I told you earlier, when we carry out hazardous activities such as working at height, handling radioactive materials, entering or working inside confined space, working on live electrical lines, etc., there are potential accidents or there are possibilities of accidents, and it is a high risk activity. So, before we carry out these types of activities, it is necessary to carry out a hazard identification and risk assessment practice so that we can take appropriate control measures, we can avoid accidents, we can prevent accidents, and we can mitigate the risk. So, why do we need permit work system? It is required to identify hazards and risk assessment, carry out a risk assessment. The second reason why we are following a permit work system is to ensure controlled access. Permit work system regulate access to hazardous work area by requiring individuals or work team to obtain permit before commencing the work. This ensures that only authorized personnel who are trained and equipped to handle the associated risk are allowed to perform the work, reducing the likelihood of accidents caused by unqualified or inexperienced workers. We know that one of the major reasons for the workplace accident is work being carried out by unqualified or inexperienced workers. People must be competent enough to carry out any task, especially while carrying out hazardous activity. They must be competent enough. They should have adequate skill, knowledge, experience. They might have undergone training. Such qualified people only can carry out hazardous activity. So, by following a permit work system, what happened? Permit work system will regulate access to hazardous work areas by requiring individuals or work team to obtain permits before commencing the work. It will allow only competent people to carry out the task. So controlled access is the second reason why we are following permit work system. The third reason why we are following a permit work system, that is to ensure clear communication. To ensure clear communication. See, permit work system facilitates clear communication among workers, supervisors, and safety professionals by documenting the details of permit work activities. This includes information about the hazardous work and the hazards associated with the work activity, safety measures in place, and control measures in place. This would ensure that everyone involved in the work is aware of the risk and precautions that need to be taken. See, permit work system insists to have clear communication between the parties. Before they commence the activity, they will list out the hazards, they will write down in the permit work form, and this will be communicated among the team. So by following a permit work system, we are ensuring clear communication. The third reason why we are following permit work system is to ensure clear communication. The fourth reason why we are ensuring permit work system is to ensure standardized procedures. See, permit work system establish standardized procedure for managing hazardous work activities, ensuring consistency and clarity in safety protocol across different work sites and projects. People can't deviate from the standard operating procedure. One of the major benefits of having permit to work system is people would follow standardized procedure. There will be standard operating procedure. So by following a permit to work system, people will not be permitted to deviate from the SOP, standard operating procedure. So by doing so, what happened? We can ensure compliance to a standardized procedure. This would help minimizing confusion and ensure that safety measures are applied consistently to all work activities. The fifth reason why we are following permit to work system is to ensure compliance with regulation. As I told you earlier, permit to work system is a legal requirement. See, permit to work system help organization comply with legal and regulatory requirements related to workplace safety. By establishing formalized procedures for managing hazardous work activities and ensuring that all necessary safety precautions are in place before work commences. Permit work system help organization demonstrate compliance with the relevant regulations and standards. See, if an organization fulfilling or following a permit work system, what does it indicate? It indicates that they are complying with the legal and regulatory requirements with respect to permit work system when carrying out hazardous activity. The sixth reason why we are following permit work system is accountability. See, people when they sign the permit form or when someone is authorizing the work, he is becoming accountable. And the people involved in the permit work system and related activity become accountable when they sign, read, acknowledge the permit application form. So, permit work system establish accountability for ensuring that safety protocols are followed and that work is conducted in accordance with established procedures. By requiring formal authorization before work can commence, permit work system hold individual and organization accountable for adhering to safety standards and preventing accidents. No one can escape from their responsibility. Permit work system will ensure accountability and responsibility. Finally, why we are following permit work system? It is to ensure continuous improvement. Permit work system provides opportunity for continuous improvement by allowing organizations to review and evaluate their safety procedures regularly. By analyzing permit data, incident reports, and near miss incidents, organization can identify area for improvement and implement corrective action to enhance safety performance over time. See, every time when we carry out hazardous activity, what in fact we are doing is we are checking our existing control measures, adequacy, availability and adequacy of safety measures we are checking. So every time when we carry out risk assessment for each hazardous activity, we are getting a clue whether our existing control measures are adequate or anything more to be done. So by doing so, what in fact we are achieving? We are achieving continuous improvement. Because every time when we carry out a new activity, we carry out a risk assessment. During the risk assessment, we check any new hazard is identified or not, whether the existing control measures are adequate or not. There we get an opportunity to think whether do we need to apply any new control measures or not. So, by doing all these things, we are achieving continuous improvement. See, I told you, there are 7 reasons why we are following permit work system. Number 1 is hazard identification risk assessment. Second one is controlled access. Third one is clear communication. Fourth one is standardized procedure. Fifth one is in order to comply with the regulatory and legal requirements. And the sixth one is to ensure accountability. And the seventh one is to ensure continuous improvement. Permit work systems are essential for maintaining safety in hazardous working environment by facilitating hazard identification, controlling access to hazardous work area, promoting clear communication, standardizing procedures, ensuring compliance with the regulations, establishing accountability, and enabling continuous improvement in safety performance.